The Bachelor Season 28 couple Joey Graziadei and Kelsey Anderson are set to embark on another long-distance romance, but this could be a positive experience for them. Joey and Kelsey were engaged on November 12, 2023, at the end of Joey's Bachelor season, and they were inseparable for months afterward. After the finale aired, Joey moved into Kelsey's New Orleans house, and they moved to Los Angeles together a few months later. When Joey competed on Dancing with the Stars, Season 33, Joey won DWTS with his professional dance partner Jenna Johnson, and is now a part of the DWTS Live 2025 tour. Joey's first appearance on the show lasted from January 21 to January 26, and he will return on February 25th and March 13. The DWTS Live 2025 tour has been extended, meaning Joey will be gone for an additional week from April 15 to April 19th. Although Kelsey went to see Joey perform at one of the tour stops and may do so again in the future, the Bachelor Season 28 couple will be in a long-distance relationship for the most part. However, this could help their relationship. Joey and Kelsey have been inseparable ever since Season 28 of The Bachelor ended. They've traveled together, attended important events, celebrated holidays, and spent everyday life together. Unlike other Bachelor Nation couples who have been in long-distance relationships since the beginning, Joey and Kelsey moved in together and seamlessly integrated their lifestyles. Although this was a positive development in their relationship, Joey and Kelsey may begin to take each other for granted if they never get the opportunity to miss each other. Distance definitely makes the heart grow fonder, so Joey and Kelsey's relationship may benefit from some time apart. It will make the time they do spend together even sweeter, and it will remind them of why they fell in love with each other in the first place. Joey and Kelsey have been engaged for more than a year, but they have no plans to marry anytime soon. Kelsey has stated that they intend to marry in 2026 or 2027, but this is not cause for alarm because Joey stated on The Bachelor that he preferred a 2 to 3 year engagement. Being in a long-distance relationship can help Kelsey and Joey figure out their future because they will have time apart to examine the issue. Because Joey and Kelsey live together, they may feel like they're already married, so they're not in a hurry to walk down the aisle. However, being separated by great distance may make them realize how crucial marriage is to their love. Of course, they may discover that marriage isn't necessary to make their relationship succeed. Whatever they learn, the clarity it provides will be beneficial to them. Joey and Kelsey experienced a lot together during and after The Bachelor Season 28, and it's possible that they lost their sense of self as a result. They may not know who they are without each other, which could be detrimental to their relationship in the long run. Spending time apart can help Joey and Kelsey slow down after the frenzy of the past year and reconnect with their own personalities. Outside of being Joey and Kelsey, while all couples require time apart from time to time, Bachelor couples face a particularly unique position because their relationships are so public. They merge into one entity, which might lead to bitterness if they feel lost in the relationship. Joey and Kelsey's time apart while he is on the DWTS Live 2025 tour will allow them to rebuild who they were before meeting and falling in love with each other, strengthening their relationship. Although long-distance relationships may appear to be a source of concern for Joey and Kelsey at first, a closer look indicates that they may really enhance their relationship over time. While Joey accomplishes his ambition of dancing on the DWTS Live 2025 tour, Kelsey may pursue her own hobbies and interests, allowing them to reconnect with their unique selves while still loving each other. This way, when they do rejoin, Joey and Kelsey's bond will be stronger than ever, and they will be even more in love. Joey Graziadei and Kelsey Anderson had always known their love story was unique. From the moment Joey got down on one knee during the season finale of The Bachelor Season 28, their lives had been a whirlwind of romance, media attention, and new adventures. But now, For the first time since getting engaged, they were about to experience a long-distance relationship again, a challenge that could either test or strengthen their bond. In the months following their engagement, Joey and Kelsey had been inseparable. Their love story had quickly transitioned from fairy tale to reality, and neither of them had hesitated to dive in headfirst. After spending time in Kelsey's New Orleans home, they made the big move to Los Angeles, embracing a new chapter together. Joey's participation in Dancing with the Stars Season 33 had only solidified their bond, with Kelsey cheering him on at every performance, her heart swelling with pride as he danced his way to victory alongside Jenna Johnson. Joey's win was monumental. It wasn't just about the trophy. It was about pushing himself in ways he never had before. It was about proving to himself and to Kelsey that he could take on new challenges and succeed. Kelsey had been his rock through it all, and their relationship had grown even stronger because of it. But now, things were shifting. With the DWTS Live 2025 tour extending, Joey would be away for longer stretches, and while Kelsey was incredibly supportive, the reality of long distance was settling in. "This is going to be good for us," Joey reassured Kelsey as they sat on their couch in Los Angeles, just days before he left for the tour. Kelsey sighed, leaning her head on his shoulder. "I know. I've gotten so used to having you here. It's going to be weird." Joey kissed the top of her head. "I'll be back before you know it. And we'll FaceTime, text, send cute videos. Everything. We've done long distance before, remember?" She nodded, recalling the early days of their relationship when they had to keep their love a secret until the show aired. Back then, they had no choice but to communicate through brief, hidden moments. This time, at least, they could share their love openly. Still, the uncertainty lingered. Kelsey had built her life around Joey, and now she had to figure out how to reclaim parts of herself while he was away. The first few days without Joey were the hardest. Kelsey found herself instinctively reaching for her phone, wanting to tell him about small, insignificant details of her day. Though they texted often and FaceTimed every night, it wasn't the same as having him there. Determined to make the most of her time alone, Kelsey decided to rediscover some of her old hobbies. She signed up for a painting class, something she hadn't done in years, and rekindled her love for running. She also spent more time with friends, something she realized had taken a back seat in the past year. Joey, on the other hand, was fully immersed in tour life. Traveling from city to city, performing in front of thousands of fans, and bonding with his fellow dancers kept him busy. But no matter how hectic his schedule was, he made it a priority to check in with Kelsey. "I miss you," he admitted during one of their late-night calls. Kelsey smiled, adjusting her phone. "I miss you too. But guess what? I started painting again." Joey's face lit up. "That's amazing. See? I knew this time apart would be good for us. We're both growing." And he was right. Though it wasn't easy, they were learning to appreciate each other in a new way. Despite their best efforts, there were moments of frustration. Time zones made scheduling calls tricky, and sometimes exhaustion got the best of them. There were nights when Kelsey felt lonely, and Joey, overwhelmed by his demanding schedule, found himself struggling to be present during their conversations. One evening, after a particularly long day, Kelsey finally voiced her frustration. "I feel like I'm the one putting in all the effort to make time for us." Joey exhaled, rubbing his temple. "Kels, you know that's not true. I'm doing my best. This tour is exhausting." "I know," she said softly. "And I'm so proud of you. I miss you." The vulnerability in her voice hit Joey hard. He missed her too, more than he had let on. In that moment, he realized they needed to be more intentional about their time apart. They decided to set weekly date nights where they'd watch the same movie or cook dinner together over FaceTime. As the weeks passed, Joey and Kelsey found a rhythm. They celebrated their small wins, Joey's successful performances, Kelsey's completed paintings, and supported each other through the tough days. When Joey had a break in his schedule, Kelsey surprised him by flying out to one of his shows. The look of pure joy on his face when he saw her in the audience made all the struggles of long distance worth it. By the time Joey's tour came to an end, they had both grown in ways they hadn't expected. Kelsey felt more confident in her independence, and Joey had a deeper appreciation for their relationship. "I never want to take you for granted," Joey told her as they reunited at the airport. Kelsey smiled, wrapping her arms around him. "Me neither. I think this time apart made us even stronger." As they walked hand in hand toward their next adventure, they knew that no matter what challenges came their way, their love was built to last. Joey Graziadei had always been the type to wear his heart on his sleeve. His journey on The Bachelor had been filled with emotional highs and lows, but it all led to one pivotal moment: choosing Kelsey Anderson as the woman he wanted to spend forever with. Their love story had captivated audiences, a perfect blend of passion, understanding, and undeniable chemistry. But as reality set in after the cameras stopped rolling, one looming question remained. How would their relationship fare with distance separating them? Kelsey, a driven and ambitious woman, had dreams of her own. While she deeply loved Joey, she wasn't willing to compromise on her career. With opportunities in her field requiring her to stay in a different state for a while, the couple faced a difficult decision. Should they attempt a long-distance relationship or try to find an alternative? Joey, ever the optimist, saw the challenge not as a roadblock, but as an opportunity. He believed that if their love was real, and he was certain it was, distance would only strengthen their bond. Kelsey, though hesitant, agreed, and thus began their journey into long-distance love. The first few weeks were the hardest. Used to waking up next to each other and sharing their daily routines, Joey and Kelsey now found themselves navigating different time zones and schedules. Video calls replaced dinner dates, and text messages substituted spontaneous affection. Joey, ever the romantic, found ways to make the distance feel smaller. He sent Kelsey handwritten letters, something almost unheard of in the modern era. Kelsey, in turn, compiled video messages for Joey, capturing little snippets of her day so he could feel closer to her world. There were moments of doubt, of course. Kelsey found herself missing Joey's comforting presence during stressful days. Joey, on the other hand, struggled with the loneliness that crept in during the nights. But instead of allowing the distance to drive them apart, they leaned into communication more than ever before. One of the first lessons they learned was the importance of clear and open communication. Without physical presence, they relied solely on words to convey their emotions. They began scheduling weekly deep conversations where they could discuss their fears, aspirations, and feelings without distractions. Joey, who had always been expressive, found himself growing even more in touch with his emotions. Kelsey, who sometimes struggled to open up, learned to articulate her needs and fears more openly. Their relationship, instead of weakening, became even stronger as they discovered new depths to their emotional connection. One unexpected benefit of long distance was the rediscovery of individual identities. Before, their lives had become so intertwined that they sometimes lost sight of their personal goals. Now, with space between them, they found the time to focus on themselves without guilt. Joey took up new hobbies, finding solace in activities he had once neglected. Kelsey pursued her career with renewed vigor, achieving milestones she never thought possible. Instead of feeling suffocated by the relationship, they felt liberated, knowing that they were growing both as individuals and as a couple. Every few weeks, Joey and Kelsey planned visits. The anticipation of seeing each other turned every reunion into something magical. It wasn't just about the grand gestures, but the small moments. Holding hands after weeks apart, sharing quiet conversations over coffee, and simply being in each other's presence. They began to appreciate each other in a way they never had before. Absence truly made the heart grow fonder, and every second spent together felt precious. Instead of taking each other for granted, they cherished every laugh, every hug, and every whispered, "I love you." Distance, however, wasn't without its dark side. Jealousy and insecurities occasionally surfaced. Seeing Kelsey surrounded by colleagues or Joey spending time with friends in her absence sometimes triggered doubts. But rather than letting these fears fester, they addressed them head-on. They established trust-building habits, transparency about their daily lives, reassuring conversations, and constant reminders of their commitment. Over time, trust became their greatest asset, solidifying their relationship beyond physical presence. Long distance wasn't meant to last forever. They had set a goal to eventually reunite permanently. With careful planning, they worked towards a future where their careers and love could coexist in the same place. And when that day finally arrived, the wait had been worth it. Their love, tested by time and distance, emerged stronger than ever. They had proven that real love isn't just about being together every day. It's about choosing each other no matter the distance. In the end, Joey and Kelsey's love story wasn't just another Bachelor romance. It was a testament to patience, trust, and the belief that distance, instead of being a curse, could be a gift. Because sometimes the greatest love stories are the ones that endure the test of time and miles.